Hey YouTube, it's me. I'm sorry it took so long to do my review. I was just having a hard time with a couple of things lately with putting my mom to the hospital yet again. And I'm really hoping that she gets better real soon. But again, I do apologize for the long wait for those who even watch me during reviews. Right now we'll be reviewing Cardfight Vanguard V, Episode 4, title Misaki no Himitsu. Translation, Misaki's Secret. So we start the episode off with Misaki at school, and one of her friends that you saw in the original season 3 of the original Vanguard, what's her name is Akira or Akari? Yeah, her name is Akari. Who's invites Misaki to hang out with her and her friends, but Misaki turns her down, and because she has work to do at her card shop. And honestly, I have no idea where she got the whole gang boss thing rumor from, but it's not important. Why am I even bringing this up? So right now, after that, we skip to Aichi and Kamui just having a little bit of a chit chat. You see Emmy and Kai and Mima in the background. So right now, you have Kamui asking Aichi for advice about how to build his deck. But Aichi pretty much said he's still a beginner and he should be asking Kai about this, but Kamui replies that he kind of rubbed me off the wrong way. Like, I I hope they don't really go to the whole thing that they had in the original where they kind of butted heads with each other. I mean, it was kind of one-sided, honestly, but it's cool. Next, we have and Amy comes over here asking Aichi about something, about if he really beat Kai and etc. And Aichi kind of replies that he feels the only way that he's actually won because Kai was teaching him during the game, which is very humble of him, which is something I really do like about his character. And we have this guy who comes out of nowhere asking for a card fight. Aichi just gets up out of his seat and just says, "Here, you can go take the seat. I'm going to go buy a pack," with Emmy following his lead to the counter. While Kamui fights this unknown character who was never ever named. He was also in the manga too. This is following a little similar plot. After that, how many seconds ago fight ended, we have a little bit of a confrontation between Kamui and this dude. Supposedly, this dude is trying to get off with like taking one of Kamui's cards and just acting like it was actually his from the beginning, and Kamui's just making a mistake. He's just making it up. So right now they're making a scene, and you know these guys are fictional characters. Like, who steals from kids? You gotta be that. You gotta be really that low. We have to steal from a child. Sicko. Misaki comes out of nowhere, takes the deck from this guy's hand, starts looking through it, and she uses that little, we all know about Misaki and her perfect memory. Looking through his deck to fish out the perfect riser that he stole and gives it back to Kamui. And then the guy's getting like really ticked off, going like, what are you doing? And Misaki's going, yeah, I don't remember seeing you ever using a perfect riser. Besides, your deck doesn't really need it. Goes, gives perfect riser right back to Kamui, and this guy wants to still keep claiming that it's his, even though it's really not. And we see a really cool badass moment. Misaki picking up a card and slicing this dude, actually cutting off a couple strands of hair. I want to know what type of card sleeves that Kamui was using, and I kind of want to get a pair of those just in case something like this happens. Like I said, everyone's pretty much saw the scene about what happened, and we actually have Misaki going, "You're scum, you're scum, you're scum, you're scum," over and over again. So this guy actually just has to get the hell out of there. And I actually personally liked this scene. It was really cool. There's dramatic music. It kind of built up tension and just says, yeah, some serious crap is happening right now. So we have, right after that, here, I'll get up to this in a second. So everyone's pretty much clapping as soon as Misaki kind of got rid of this dude. And Mila says, wow, that was a really nice bluff that you did, saying that you have your memory and this memory, you don't remember him using this or that many cards or whatever in his deck, but that really wasn't a bluff. She really has some really good memory for those who don't really know about the original if you're just tuning into this type of a series. And Kamui also comments, and that's pretty amazing. You must be a really good card fighter. If that's the case, why don't we have a good card fight? And Misaki pretty much replies that she's never been in a card fight before ever in her life. We'll touch up on that part later. Aichi decides to be the nice person, like he usually is, and says that, okay, if I'm still a beginner, and if you like, would you like to card fight me? And Misaki points out that Aiki's changed. Misaki points out that Aiki's changed a little bit, and she thinks it might be a part of that game. So what I'm summarizing here is, like, at least for the next part, is maybe I might probably change her too. So she agrees. And out of nowhere, Shin rushes to Misaki and actually gives her a deck to use that he personally built with his own two hands, like the dear little uncle that he is. As you can see, he's really happy about this too. And we go here to the next part of the scene. The standing fight table. So right now, Card Capital has a downstairs where you're able to use standing fight tables. Alright, my thoughts on this is it looks exactly like the fight table that they used in Cardfight Vanguard G. Just without the little slot for the ficas. Anything other than that is practically the same thing. Interesting. Alright, the decks are shuffled and ready, and we have Aichi versus Misaki for the first time. So what I'm going to say before we go on, the fight ends differently than it happened in the manga, and I'll get there as soon as, well, we get to the end of the fight here for my review. Alright. So the game starts. Aichi riding Alan, and he has Wing on the board, so he starts off really aggressively. But Misaki went first, and her Vanguard so far is Promise Daughter. So the game is 2-1. 1 for Aichi and 2 for Misaki. Next turn, we have Aichi riding Blaster Blade. And honestly, I'm not going to show you that picture that Aichi always uses, because they just use reanimation for some odd reason. Right after that, Aichi calls a Galateen and just sells this for like a 2 on attack. Misaki guards one of these. Then Aichi attacks with Blaster Blade. She goes for a no guard. Aichi drive checks. Misaki takes 2 damage because he applied all the effects to Blaster Blade. On Misaki's turn, she's going to ride Imperial Daughter. And after that, she's going to use the imaginary gift the imaginary gift Protect. So this is the very first episode that we get to see this imaginary gift for the first time. Then after that, she's going to use Imperial Daughter's skill on Ride, where she can add a card, look at 2 cards, add 1 to her hand, and put 1 to the soul or the top of the deck, if I'm not mistaken. After that, we have Misaki calling Promise Daughter, CEO Amaterasu, and 2 Oracle Guardians. Now, my thing about it is, like, I don't know why that she didn't ride CEO Amaterasu. I don't. And then later on, rode on to Promise Daughter. Imperial Daughter. Sorry. So, I don't know, like, for the plot or something. Either way. Okay. So, right now we have, like I said, she called all these units. She attacks with Promise Daughter first. Aichi's gonna guard that. And Misaki's going to attack with her Vanguard next. She dry checks, gets a critical. Yeah, gets a critical, gives it to her Vanguard, obviously, if I'm not mistaken. And later on attacks with Amaterasu. So Aichi's gonna take that as well. No, I think he guards that one. I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm a little foggy in my mind right now. Kind of blurry from what's been going on recently. So right now he's gonna be put at 3. Okay. Right after that, Aichi's turn. He's gonna ride the Great Thing. We have like a brief intermission. We dive into Misaki's past, just like the original in the anime. Shin talks about how Misaki lost her parents. I forgot how they kind of stated that in the original anime. I think, did they get into a car accident or something happened with a building or something? But anywho, we kind of have the scene right here where, well, this is the funeral, the day, where they died, obviously. And Shin points out, like, this is when she received her eidetic image. That's what Kai called it. It's just better to say photographic memory. She received her photographic memory during the scene, so, well, Shin stated so that way she wouldn't forget something about her parents. This scene I like too, because one is showing, it shows that more about Misaki's character and probably the reason why she's the way she is, all closed up and not really doing much and just not really showing much of interest in anything, while also why she's kind of unhappy in a sense. It goes a little more deeper than that too. It pretty much also just states why she's not playing Vanguard. We have a scene where the hell is wrong with me today? I'm sorry. Where Misaki's father is fighting Shin in Cardfight. We don't get to see the cards that they use for whatever reason, but Misaki's always in the shop basically, and so far when she was younger, she was interested in Vanguard, but and I, but from what it looks like, her father loved playing it too. But ever since she lost her parents, that's most likely the reason why she's haven't been in a card fight, because I guess she's still dealing with the pain. That's how I see it. And by accepting this card fight, I guess that's her way of trying to move on. Like I said, that's how I see it. Let me know, you guys, how you feel about it in your own words down in the comment section below, and if you feel like it. So, onward. Aichi's turn. We have him writing to Alfred. And, as usual, giving the imaginary gift Force to Alfred. Alfred's skill allowing him to call Blaster Blade from the Soul, and giving him 10k. He calls Markle to the back, and he also calls Star Drive. He begins his attack by attacking with Alfred first. Misaki, for the first time, is using, well, in history so far, in the anime, of course, used Protect to block Alfred's attack. So, this is our first close-up use of the imaginary gift Protect. After that, Aichi does his drive check, gets 2 criticals in a row, like he's been doing recently for the past couple episodes, just getting those triggers. Okay, gives him the Blaster Blade. He swings in with Blaster Blade, supported by Wingle, going for 53,000 with critical of 3. Misaki perfect guards that, like it was nothing. Then Aichi's going to swing in with Star Drive to attack the Vanguard. She takes that. Misaki's turn is going to write Imperial Daughter on top of Imperial Daughter. Using her skill again, looking at 2 cards, add the other one to the soul to the top, or so. She adds this one to the top. She calls a Silent Tom. And yep, is the Bandage Tom. Oh god. Oh god, Silent Tom. He's gonna be so much of a problem in premium. Oh god, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? Okay, so while this is going on, Misaki's going on the offensive, attacking. Just getting all these attacks out. Attacking with Silent Tom, and then after that, going for the Vanguard with Imperial Daughter. Plus also Imperial Daughter's skill, allowing her just getting 15k in a critical just by running on top of grade 3. So while these attacks are going on, I think she also used Imperial Daughter's skill to give herself like 6,000 power with a Soul Blast. So, like I said, so right now Misaki is still going in for the attack while she boosts and attacks Alfred. Aichi guards for a 53,000 point shield. So right now it's going to be a 2 to break. And Misaki's drive check consists of 2 psychic birds. And I think we all know where this is going to go to. On the Vanguard. And sadly, Aichi's not going to win this one. So let me tell you the difference. Well, before I even get started, this is Aishi's first loss in the anime, pretty much, well, scene. Second loss, to be exact, but this is his first scene lost on screen. Alright, so, from the anime and the manga, here is different. In the manga, Aichi actually won on grade 2 with Blaster Blade. And in the manga, the twin drive was introduced for the first time ever. So I kind of like how they're shaking things up a bit. I don't mind it, really. I really don't. So we have Aichi's first loss. And at least he's not really taking it, like, to heart like he used to do back in the original. And during this fight, Aichi just goes upstairs, and then he's talking to Kamui about it, how she basically had that perfect memory to help, and it was kind of lucky, but Aichi disagrees. Misaki looks up at Kamui and pretty much says, yeah, you're next. So right now, they're going to have their own card fight. So right now, it's pretty much showing that Misaki's ready to move on, and she's ready to change too, because she obviously wants to, and actually enjoy the game of Vanguard now. Now, right after that scene, not exactly at the end, but we have Morikawa, who doesn't really say anything, he just pretty much grunts, and he's in front of Card Capital. So, like you saw at the end of the episode, in the next episode preview, we are going to have Aichi versus Morikawa. Kado Capital ni Iko. Translation, let's go to Card Capital. And one quick tidbit. For some reason in the manga, when they fight, he sticks with using Spike Brothers. He doesn't use Royal Paladins for whatever reason. So my final thoughts on the episode is I liked it. It's showing Misaki's ready to change. That she's not going to be held back from doing something she kind of does like, even though her unfortunate loss of her parents. But I like the fact that she's really ready to move on. Like I said, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Sorry if I kind of really messed up this review and made a couple of mistakes. I'm still really new to this stuff, so please don't bash me too hard. Anyway, if you like the video, like, share, and subscribe for any new subscribers to my channel. And hit the bell button below so that way you get notified of when I upload a video. Because YouTube's been kind of messing up with things like that for whatever reason. And I will be uploading later on in the day with the new rule changes that's going to be updated in June. So keep an eye out for that. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.